anyways, tell me about your grievance, frijoles. What's biting you, bro? What's biting you? Tell me, and I'll tell you mine.
I mean, look, I
Mm-hmm.
have I have a record player, right?
Yes.
And I tend to think that Batman was such a great movie
Yes.
that I
Which it
love the
was.
soundtrack. I love. Okay, listen, look, I love the soundtrack to it.
Mm-hmm.
But then my wife kicked some Colonel knowledge to me,
What'd she say?
right? And that was my wife who said it. I mean, I actually quoted her. So she's like, so she comes out and she says, if you couldn't get it at the time that it was launched, and you went to go try to get it, it
Mm-hmm.
just means that you really didn't need it in your life. The world just
Yeah.
meant to tell you that you didn't need it. So
Okay.
so Mondo has this exclusive Batman vinyl soundtrack, right? And it
Uh-huh.
comes in two modes. It
Yeah.
comes in their exclusive Graham Mondo exclusive, and then they have their regular solid color. Now, when
Yeah.
you look at these, right? I know the idea is to be exclusive,
Yeah.
but don't you want to make money on these things?
You would think that these companies would want to actually make money off of the people to be like here everybody here.
I don't understand the exclusivity behind it. Honestly, I don't give a fuck. Like I told
Mm-hmm.
myself, my wife is right. I'm not gonna go on eBay and be the ass and pay like $300 or $400
For
for
something.
vinyl that was originally $50.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. The same thing goes for like scalping tickets and anything else. Even like
Like
a
Nickel
hot comic
figures.
book. Yeah,
The
even like
Nickel
a hot
figure.
comic book. Like even you did it yourself the other day, right? You went and where'd you go? You went to Best Comics, right?
Yeah. They're a good
And you
place. I don't wanna
no no
shit on
no
them. But
no no no.
yes.
I'm not gonna shit on Best Comics. I guess what I'm stating an example,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
You went in
No,
there.
continue.
You went in there and you were hyped up on the Batman hype, just like I
Yes.
was.
Absolutely.
Right? I actually
Absolutely.
got a copy of the Batman Beyond White Knight
Yeah.
by Sean Murphy.
Yes, right there. Batman Beyond the White Knight. Right
Right?
there. Yeah.
Cover price plus membership 10% off. What's
For
what we normally get.
$4, I'm guessing.
And I didn't
4.20.
think, yeah, $4. And I didn't think anything of it. If it's in my bag, it's in my bag. If the guy couldn't
Mhm.
fulfill it because of damages or whatever the case was, paper shortage or whatever the hell was going on with the comic, issue number 2 comes out next week.
Yeah, I saw.
So I don't know what the hell problem was that they had with the shipping, with the printing. So you go into Royal Comics and you're looking at the copy and the guy wants what, $17?
Yes, right off the bat.
All
And I
right.
saw
So
it. Yeah, no, I was gonna say I saw it, and he saw me shake my head, and I'm like, because when you see a wall book that clearly is there because of the hype,
of course.
and it's a book where you see it's the one that's already bagged and board. Let me take off this hat; it's bothering me.
No, that's fine.
It's already bagged and board. It's sitting on the wall and it's staring at you. Now, I forgot to put this book on my pull. I have all the number ones of this series, and then I don't get the rest. I ended up reading it on trade. So this one I
Yeah.
actually forgot, and I was like, no big deal. These books usually whatever. And sure enough, the book I actually forgot to do turned out to be this one. So I see this,
Yeah.
and I see that it's $17. And he's like, "What's up?" And I go, "That book came out a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks."
It
And he
was less
goes,
than that, man. It was less than
"Yeah."
that.
And I can't
Like
believe
I
issue
said,
two is coming out.
yeah, the book came out. Honestly, the book came out.
2 weeks
Okay,
ago, maybe.
the book came out 2 weeks ago, right? But there
Mhm.
was a problem with the shortage where it was either underprinted or something happened at the shipping press where it shipped
Yeah,
out late or some drama happened.
yeah.
And I don't think that should make a book hot. I mean, it's
No,
Sean. It's listen. I buy anything Sean Murphy,
absolutely, absolutely.
right?
Hmm.
And I don't understand why the book is $17. I don't understand. I wouldn't have
I don't
paid.
get that.
I'm with you. I would have maybe $5, a dollar,
Honestly,
a dollar,
if he
a dollar off cover.
if he told me I'm selling it for $10, which is double the price, I probably would have bid because you figure if you buy it off of eBay and you get a place that doesn't have free shipping, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I guess what I'm trying to get across is, okay, let's just scratch eBay and like Macari for a second, or whatever secondhand place you can get the book from.
Of course.
If the book just came out, please tell me there is something hot about the book. Mm-hmm. You know, besides the first appearance of Red Hood's, you know, significant Robin on the cover, which is like fucking microscopic ant size. Like, honestly, that doesn't even count, man, and it just doesn't justify the price. And you know what? Frijoles is fucking angry. Even at cover price,
is mad.
Even at cover price, I'm angry about the whole hype about it. It doesn't. The Colonel doesn't make any sense to the Colonel.
The Colonel does not approve of this shit. Yes!
Yeah, man. We're back. And today's been a fucking long ass week and I'm angry as hell, man.
Listen, the Colonel is pissed, man.
I should be tired after fucking 12 hours of work today, 12 hours of work yesterday, and 12 hours of work the day before that. It's been a fucking busy ass week at the shop and I'm angry as fuck.
You're jazzed with energy of anger.
My energy is coming from anger. And let me tell you something why I'm really upset.
Go for it.
I know. For those that were listening before the countdown, you know what? I'm really angry. I'm angry that you don't got a fucking copy, man. And you don't got a copy at fucking cover price.
Yeah.
Honestly,
that's the truth.
You know, especially if they know you there, man.
Yeah, honestly, like it. Remember when this happened with Punk Frogs, with TMNT? Okay,
Punk Frogs. I got you a copy, right?
Yes, you ended up getting me a copy, which I
appreciate. Okay, now listen.
They fucked me on that one.
The problem with Punk Frogs is retailers aren't ordering enough copies because, honestly, let's keep it real. There aren't that many fucking people reading Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Hell no.
Exactly.
What did I say when you used to pick up my Usagi Yojimbo? I'm like, I'm the only person reading that book in that entire shop.
Every time I go to one of these shops, remember when Jenica came out?
Yes.
Nobody knew that book was going to be hot. It was like a couple of days later, news came out, speculators are going retarded. Oh my God, new character. And you go to the fucking shop and everybody's sold out. I remember going to Cosmic Comics and Chuck tells me, I only order like 3 of those copies. And usually they go into members bags quickly. And I was like, no problem. I understand. Yeah. And then I don't know why, but why is it that the B covers by Eastman are so fucking hard to get? It's like, why order? The Eastman covers are the best ones anyway.
Yeah. So why not make it the main cover?
Why not make it the main cover? I mean, and I get it. You got an A cover, a B cover. Choose the art you want, but the B cover always has the better art.
Oh yeah, look at the B cover, the Eastman cover you got for last month's book with the first appearance of what's her name of DeMilo.
I think she's up here. Do I even have it up here?
Let's see if I can spot it out here and giving you the.
Oh no! Wait. It might be on my spinning rack. Hold on.
Oh shoot!
Usually those books make the spinning rack. Hold on.
As you look for that, let me see.
Here it goes. I got it. It's on the bottom shelf.
Give him the one. Yes, look at that. Ooh,
and I got it in a plastic bagboard and a top loader at that.
Look at that. It's a beautiful cover. Look at that.
It's a gorgeous cover. It's a gorgeous cover.
Hold on. I want to. continue with that cover. I'm gonna give you the one I want to talk about. While we're on TMNT and Eastman, let's hold on. Keep going. I got something to grab.
So, you know, the other day I went out and I grabbed the B cover also to damn, I can't even pronounce this guy's name. Francesco something. I can't pronounce the fucking dude's name.
Which one?
But look at this Swamp Thing cover.
Are you talking about Francisco Ferlella? I forgot. He's a great artist. I love him.
Francesco. It makes me want to do this to my fucking beard. Francesco, motherfuckers. I mean, his art is sick. I love his art.
Amazing. I have his Hellboy cover. He did a Hellboy cover, and I have it. It's beautiful. But back to TMNT and Eastman. Let me show you one cover I have.
Okay.
Remember this?
That's the A cover, right?
This is the B cover.
Oh, that's the annual. That's right. All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
do you remember the conversation we had about these two books?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm about to reiterate it for the viewers and for the listeners. So, Frijoles just lifted up book 127 of TMNT with Kevin Eastman's art, and on the same day came out the 2022 Turtles Annual, which, you know, every good comic series has an annual just to show how many years they've been around the block.
The Colonel couldn't get the B cover. I couldn't get the B cover, and I just left the A cover there. I left it.
Colonel couldn't get the B cover to this book, which I think it's one of Eastman's best work. Nothing with all four Turtles.
I think that if you're gonna collect Turtles, you gotta collect the Eastman covers. Plain and simple. It's plain and simple.
And what was funny that me and Frijoles are in a group chat with a bunch of other nerds, and he posts up the picture of Venus, of the Venus cover, and I'm like, damn it, I wanted the Venus cover, and I got the A cover, but I'm not gonna skip on the A cover because it's just for my collection. And then I post up this cover, and he goes, well, I know where the B cover went for this because I had it. And I was like, well, I know where the A cover, the B cover went for the other one too.
Yeah, because I asked Chuck for it. And Nick didn't have it either. And I was like, well, because, you know, I don't know what it is, but even the retailers aren't ordering the Eastman cover.
Yeah.
It's like they order like
just enough
4 A's. It's like they'll order like 2 or 3 A's and like 1 B.
So it's funny. I was talking to the guy at Best, and I said, "Hey," I walked in. It was a random day. What was it? Monday? I think it was Monday. So none of the other shops are open. I walk in, and he's like, "Hey, how's it going? You looking for anything?" I was like, "I just want to look through the back issues and see what's going on. Anything that sticks out to me." And I asked him, he's like, what are you into? I was like, well, Hellboy, TMNT. He goes, oh, TMNT, we have probably the most recent issue, but all that stuff always sells out. It doesn't stay on the shelves. It goes to the members, and then there's nothing else. And I'm like, why is that? And he goes, well, they don't really sell that. It's like they sell just to the members, and he's like, and there's usually never enough copies to go around. I'm like, that's weird.
You know what it is? It's like TMNT is usually on a back burner.
Yeah. And when it's hot, it's hot. And when it's cold, it's cold.
A lot of their stories aren't. I mean, I don't know. To me, they're an okay read. I guess, you know, when it comes to independence and stuff, you know, I there's no real explanation to it. I really don't understand why it's not really a hot issue, but I mean, you know, I've been on tangents before where I'll read like a TMNT and then I'll stop. Like, I'll be honest, I didn't pick up probably like the last 5 issues of TMNT. Yeah. You know, I picked up starting from Punk Frogs because I thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
But prior to that, after Jenica was released and that whole City of War stuff, then it got kind of slow. It got boring, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to spend another $4 and the story's just okay, you know?
Yeah. You know what's funny is that, so this is the first TMNT ongoing series in probably like 20 years. So a lot of the fans from TMNT, like you can categorize them. It's either the people who grew up with the 80s series, the people who grew up with the 90s movies and the 90s cartoon, which is my generation, or the younger kids. I hear the woof woof. So in pertaining to that, like the love that the community has for TMNT, it comes from the older books, the Peter and Kevin books. So like a lot of these people, like me, I'm picking them up and I'm reading them for nostalgia reasons. Doesn't mean it's gonna be good. I would say like for every 5 books, 3 of them are good, and you're gonna absolutely get 2 of them that are duds. Absolutely. I could tell you off the bat, issue 125 of the most recent issue was an all silent, only art issue.
Okay.
I read it in 3 minutes, maybe 2.
How do you listen? How do you really feel about those silent issues? Like, okay, so recently I was reading Step by Bloody Step. Did you read that?
No, it's an independent, right?
Yeah, it's an independent title. I picked up the first one, and I told myself, this is an interesting story, but it's silent, so you have to read it for the art. The art will tell you the story. But I still kind of feel cheated.
Yes, absolutely. And I think we feel cheated, and I think you'll agree with me because of the price.
Absolutely. I think something like that. Something like, I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, somebody might disagree with us and say, you know what, but you're paying for the art. Yeah, but I normally pay for reading too. So like, I want to be able to read it. Don't fucking cheap out on the art because you couldn't get a writer to write your shit.
Or like, I get it. Sometimes there's an artistic choice to it. There's an artistic choice to it. And sometimes it works. But in my opinion, if you're going to give me an issue that's all art, double the size. Make it worth it. Like for every, like if the book is 22 pages and it's only going to be art, make it 44 pages. Make the story longer.
Like I picked up that second issue. Oh, go ahead, my bad. No.
I was going to say, like, you know, just make it longer for us, because and keep the same price, because the truth of the matter is that after we put down that book, like, okay, granted, TMNT was $3.99 and it's part of my collection. And when it comes to like collections, you know for a fact that like if you have a hole in the collection, you feel it, especially when you're collecting a whole run, you know?
Absolutely. I've gotten like that sometimes where like you know, you're collecting something. Like right now, I'll give you a perfect example. So I am trying to complete the old school 80s Alpha Flight series.
Okay. Yeah.
Whenever I hit a dollar box, you know, I go out and I try to complete. I have a checklist that I carry with me. And this past week I picked up 4 Alpha Flights, whatever, nice. $4. You know, so it was nice that I picked up a couple of low numbers. And I was looking for some different ones, and the guy's like, the set's not hard to complete, but you know, you feel kind of empty. You know, yeah, can you read it in a trade paperback? Sure. But sure, I feel like you want to have the whole run.
Yeah, absolutely. And I get that. So I would say in these cases, I'm an exception to the rule. And in the case of what you're saying, you're an exception to the rule. But if any person, any young kid, let's say, or anybody who would be like, I want to get back into comics, and they pick up, in this case, issue 125 of TMNT, and they open the book and they go through the entire book and they realize there's no words to it. I feel like most people, probably not us, but most people will be like, why did I spend $3.99 so I could read the previous issue and the next issue after? Just so I could see it. Just so I could see this book and flip through it in like 10 seconds. Right?
Yeah.
So at least that's my, I like. Okay, here's a good example. You know, I love Kevin Smith. I love his writing. I love his movies, yada, yada, yada. He got employed to do a Hit Girl comic. Okay. He was going to do 4 issues of Hit Girl. And I was excited because I was like, oh, man, this is his type of humor. Kick-Ass is perfect for it. Issue 1 came out of Hit Girl, and he named the book. He named issue 1 of it The Silent Era. And I was like, okay. Granted, it was called Hit Girl Goes to Hollywood. So I was like, The Silent Era. I get it. I get the idea of it. I'm happy I went on Comixology first and looked through the first 4 pages, and I looked through the first 4, and the entire book is silent. The entire book is only art. I have yet to pick up that series because I know that I'm paying for one issue that he quote unquote wrote that is completely silent. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, no,
I
I
just
got you.
can't do it. And for like $4.99, no.
Like, I picked up the second issue of Step by Bloody Step, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm skimming through it, and I'm gonna say I went back and I read it twice because the art was confusing. So
Okay.
I'm trying to see, and I'm like, you know what? I tell myself, I don't want to struggle on a story. The Colonel wants to read.
Yeah.
I don't want to struggle by looking at. Listen, I felt like I was in kindergarten, looking through pictures. Like, no,
Why is this happening?
$3.99, $4.99. Get the fuck out of here.
No,
Listen, and then I go on and I looked up the book online.
Mhm.
I googled the title because I wanted to see what people were thinking. So I went on a
Yeah,
blog,
of course.
and I'm reading comments, and you got some guys that are pro on this. Oh,
Yeah.
the art's amazing. Don't get me wrong, the book is
Mhm.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's worth picking up just for the pictures. But I want to fucking read. I don't want to
Yeah,
just
of
look at
course.
pictures. You know.
Oh, it's by
So
Simon Spurs. Oh, I like him. I like
So
I like that writer. But yeah,
it's
continue.
it's nice. So I told myself maybe I'll pass on issue 3 and 4. If I find them in a dollar bin because people are angry and not buying them, hey.
I feel like you take a big risk on making a whole entire silent issue because especially if you loved issue 1, in your case you did, and it made you go out to buy issue 2. Look how quickly, and for people who have pull lists, you'll understand when you after you don't like that last issue, you usually don't buy the next issue. Usually.
Now you got a hole in your collection.
Yeah, and now you're like, so you kind of have a bitterness to that book in a sense. So, especially when you're like, come on. Like, I just picked up my pull today. I spent $30. Now, you figure if you're spending $30 a week, or if not, you try to figure less of that. You're like, okay, how can I minimize the spending in which, especially now that gas is at $4 a pop, how do you minimize the spending of your pull list? And you're like, well, that issue Wolverine, I didn't enjoy that. I thought Strange, the new Strange, I thought it was good, the issue 1, but it wasn't good enough for me to pick issue 2. And because
You
of
didn't
that,
read the second one?
no, I didn't even pick it up because I liked issue 1, but I didn't like it enough for me to be like, I should pick up issue 2. It's not like how I'm reading Hulk, and even the most driest issue of Hulk by Donny Cates is interesting enough for me to be like, let's see what happens next. Like the most.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say he just kind of keeps you in suspense a little bit.
Yes, so like at least in his perspective, even if it's a quick read, you look at it and you're like, well, I need to know what's going to happen next. Like this is it keeps you engaged. I want to say. I feel like a good example is the death of Doctor Strange. I felt like the first couple issues were very good, but towards the end I started getting bored. But because I felt like I was going to get a hole in my collection, I ended up buying them anyway and kind of reading them more quickly and not really paying attention to it. And I feel like that sucks. Because, as collectors, you're like, you want that book to complete your collection. But if you don't have it, you just know it. Even amongst, like, the billions of books you have, you're like, I have a hole in my collection. And it bugs you.
I don't blame you, man.
Yeah, and sometimes, sometimes you don't feel that bad. And then sometimes you're still collecting the book and you read a random issue and you're like, man, I need to go back and finish what I was reading,
Yeah.
It's a crapshoot. It's a crapshoot every week, especially when it comes to some of these books. And then you take a chance on a lot of these number ones because sometimes the number ones you're like, okay, let's see what happens. So.
I'm not gonna say I'm getting tired of them, but there's a lot of number ones, man. Like
especially the Image, I'm noticing.
Like I don't mind a miniseries, but there's a lot of number ones, man, and I don't know. I just, I kind of feel like whatever happened to the days when you're reading a run, like an X-Men run,
yeah,
and you're fucking like 200, 300 issues in, and you feel like you want to complete that set, and you're like, yo, this run is dope. Don't get me wrong, there might be a dry issue here and there.
Yeah.
You know, the same can go said for Wolverine. Like, I remember collecting Wolverine, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm missing this issue, and I gotta go pick it up. But you know, it wasn't really that great after I picked it up. And then, you know, down the line it gets better, and then it just slows down, it gets better. But now you got a whole set. Now you got 150 copies of, I don't know, you know, whatever. Wolverine 1 through 50 or whatever.
Yeah. And then they're like, drop number 1 is next week.
Listen, next week, Amazing Spider-Man goes back to number 1.
I know.
Why? You know, and then they're releasing
sales.
Yeah, then they're releasing 8 different covers. And let me tell you something. I already reserved 2 copies because I wanted a Scotty Young cover, and I wanted the
Minoko cover.
Huh?
The Peach Minoko cover?
No. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember which one. It was Scotty Young.
Scotty's cover was pretty nice.
Yeah, it's a Spider-Man. I'm trying to remember what the other cover was.
Was it the Ron Liam cover? There was quite a few good-looking covers for number 1.
I don't even fucking remember. I know it was Scotty, and I forgot the other guy's name. I can't think, man. It's like I said, it was a busy week. My brain is... I can't even think straight, man.
No, I don't blame you. It's tough, and you're trying to, like, add
like even Thor. Did you see the new Thor that's coming out? Was it Thor 24?
Yeah, there's like a bunch of covers for that. Did you see that?
That shit is crazy. Listen, I was going to go with the Stephen Hans cover, but then when I saw the Daniel Warren, I was like... I was gonna pick up both, but then they wanted $9. I was like, $9? Give me the Daniel Warren over Stephanie Hans anytime.
No offense to Stephanie Hans, which I thought the cover looked good, but I ended up picking up the Alex Maleev one. That's the one I want.
That looked good too. Listen,
if
it was at a decent price, you know, like let's go back to Spawn, right?
Yes.
How does Todd McFarlane get away with charging $2.99?
You know, that's a good question. I think it's because he knows that every couple of issues he'll throw a big bone somewhere, like King Spawn, and then they'll get Donny Cates to draw a cover, and then you're like, it's $10. But I really want that main cover and that Donny Cates cover.
Let me tell you something. Like
he's a smart man.
I hear you, but what I'm saying is $2.99, right, on a monthly basis.
Yeah.
Right. You even have Greg Capullo drawing covers for $2.99.
Yeah.
So why can't Marvel, like, if you're gonna put out an issue with 9 different fucking covers, charge $2.99? So a dude like me who enjoys the art can pick up the Alex Maleev. Can pick up the Stephen Hans. Can pick up the Daniel Warren. Why I gotta choose Daniel Warren over everybody else? I mean, don't get me wrong. His art is beast.
Amazing.
His art is beast. Listen, I've been trying to buy one of his original black and white off that the art gallery. The art galleries. I can't touch those pages, bro. They want $500, $600, $700, $1,000. I'm like, listen, I'd love to own one of those things, but I think it's bananas to have something like that.
Yeah.
Would it be bragging rights?
Absolutely. But also you really have to, like, when it comes to like the person's artwork, you have to really love their artwork for you.
Absolutely.
And you know, at the end of the day, that becomes an actual piece of art. You're buying someone's personal inks and pencils.
You know, I've always wanted to buy some personal art. I would either go Daniel Warren or Mike Zeck, as opposed to, you know, most of the other stuff that's out there. I mean, at one point, I wanted some original Todd McFarlane artwork. You can't touch that stuff now.
No, absolutely not.
You know, maybe back then.
I would love some.
But maybe back then when they were giving it away for peanuts.
Sure. Mike Mignola, I've very much debated on, again, $600, $700, $800. Mike Mignola pencils. You know? For any book. Or even some of the stuff he does, like the sketches online, because I follow him and he puts up sketches that he'll draw and he'll put it up for charity, start the bidding at $400, but that by the time it's over, it's like $900.
I screenshot them shits, man.
Me too, because they're gorgeous. I would love one, and it's inks. But
Yo, take those
it's not
things and
for
put.
us.
Yo, did you ever get your cup?
No, I don't know what happened. I have to actually check the shipping on my cup.
What happened? It's taking too long, man.
I'm waiting on a couple of things that I've ordered. I've ordered some. Let me not get into a tangent, but I've ordered like packaging from Japan that I'm waiting on. I'm working on some Super Nintendo stuff. I feel like everything is being back ordered. The only stuff that I actually got on time happened to be my. Never mind. I can't say that.
Moon Knight. I thought I heard you say Moon Knight. Moon Knight.
More like MOVIE stuff.
Ah, I gotcha. All right.
That's the only stuff that actually came in on time. Which I'm about to drop a quick hint right here. That's something I'm personally working on, but that's all you're gonna see.
It's hard to see, but that's cool.
I'm gonna send it to you personally, but that's all for the live show for people to see. So just so you could see what's going on here. I sent it to you right now.
Ben dropping some secrets. I'll take those.
Yeah. All right, no problem. I sent it to you right now, but anyways. But yeah, I gotta get my Hellboy mug. But anyways, that's what I'm gonna do next. A Hellboy mug of just his pencils. That's what I'm thinking. Against
That'd
white,
be dope.
It'd be nice. But yeah, this comic industry is driving me crazy with certain things. Like I get what you were saying before. Now I get what you're saying. How is Todd McFarlane able to put these really nice covers for $2.99?
And the paper,
the paper is fantastic.
And to top it off, it ain't Marvel paper. Like, why is Marvel paper like crap? It's toilet tissue.
That pisses me off. That's the biggest thing. And you know what pissed me off about it? Okay. Where I got really pissed off is when I got the Frank Miller homage cover to Daredevil Woman Without Fear, the one where it looked really old school, the one I paid $20 for. Do you remember that? The one that our buddy was after. I took the bag out. I took the book out to put it in another bag, and I felt the paper of that cover. And I said, I paid $20 for this? That pissed me off.
That's disgusting. Why'd you pay $20?
Because it was that variant cover, that 1 in 25.
Wait, what comic was that one?
Woman Without Fear. Woman Without Fear number 2. Now you remember?
The one from Midtown.
Yeah.
How was the paper on that? Crappy?
Same as all the rest. That's the thing. It was no different. There was no. What did they call the paper that they use on the DC books?
That should have been a cardstock, man.
Cardstock. Thank you.
That should have been. That book should have been cardstock.
No, and you see that pisses me off, especially when it comes to like when you're paying for the price. You're paying for a variant that's supposed to be very rare or rare-ish. Like, how is Todd? Todd is putting cardstock on all his Spawn books. He's using the good paper. And you're only paying $2.99. Less than gas. Less than milk. That's the way I see it. Less than leche.
Listen, you know what? I heard leche in California is $11.99, bro.
Get the fuck out of here. I'm going to buy a cow instead.
I don't even know why. Like, what's in Cali? Yo, my dad was like, oh, because it's Hollywood. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. Fucking, get a cow, son.
Buy a
Holy
cow.
shit.
I'll drink it right off the nipple myself.
Yo, $11.99 for a gallon of milk. What are they, crazy? Nah, listen, the Colonel loves leche, but not that. Not for that price. No leche for me.
No, I'll be a vegan after that. But.
Bro, not to mention gas was $7 in Cali.
And
yeah, I don't know if it's true, but that's what I heard.
Well, we live in the amazingly annoying state of New York, where it's $4 and changes, and they're getting away with being like, it's $4, it's $4.05, but if you have cash. Not even debit card. Not even debit card. I did that. I paid with the debit card. I'm like, but is debit card cash? Like, no, we're charging you tax for this.
Yeah, that don't make no sense. That shit's coming out right. That shit's coming out right out of your checking account. Instant money. It ain't even credit. Instant money.
Exactly. It's so annoying. Oh boy. And
Bananas.
see, that's why we're bitching and complaining about the way that these books treat, like IDW paper, amazing. Like I can't lie about this. These books are good to read. The Marvel books are the ones that are pissing me off. And everything's pissing me off.
It goes all the way back to the beginning of the conversation with that stupid vinyl. Like, bro, if you're gonna print, if you want people to listen, if you don't want people to buy your shit, it's one thing.
Yeah.
But if you can buy a digital, then what's the point?
Absolutely. If you want to listen to the soundtrack, you could buy a digital right now and have it within a second.
Yeah.
But you want that physical media. So the people want the physical media to be like, I have this amount, this is what we're producing, bam, that's it. Not, by the way, we have a secret thing right now that we're gonna send out 20 more copies, see if you can get it. Like if they were holding that shit, like freaking harvesting it for the last moment, which they were.
Like the Mondo Batman that I was explaining earlier.
Yeah.
So they had an exclusive. They had an exclusive that was like a swirly paint on the record.
Yes.
Now that looked pretty sick.
Absolutely,
listen,
I've seen it.
If you're gonna sell out, if you don't want it to sell out, then charge $100. They were charging regular price $50. But if you want it to be exclusive and still keep some for people that really want it, then charge $100.
Yeah. No, they like. You come to, it's funny because like it's not on the secondhand market like eBay or like you said Mercari that these companies are getting a boost in their sales. So why are they helping out the secondary market? Like they are like NECA. NECA's a great example. NECA, it's crazy how like if you don't pre-order any of these figures, when they come out officially, you'll see them on for $300. Or more, or double it.
I don't even know, man. Like the NECA stuff,
it's crazy.
I don't know why they don't just overproduce it. It's plastic.
I don't know. I honestly, God, I really don't know this stuff. Forget about like any. I don't know. They took the collector and they made them into the businessman, and the problem with that is that a lot of these collectors are just businessmen, and they just want to buy as many books. Did I ever tell you the story of when Newbury Comics first opened? So I went to Newbury Comics when it first opened. This was years ago. And when there's a new store, they always have the new books, and they have a lot of them because they're trying to stock the store.
Yeah.
And I remember standing next to a guy. And this was during the time where that X-Men book that I told you about that was X-Men Gold. Remember that book, X-Men Gold?
I remember.
Yeah, so that was during that time. And
that's the book that had the controversy on it?
Yes, in the middle of the pages and stuff like that. I remember, that's the one. So I'm standing next to this guy, and they have like 20 of these books. I take one. The guy takes the other 19. Stand next to me, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, hey, what? I'm like, hey. He goes, I was like, you must be a big X-Men fan. And he was like, straight up looks at me and goes, nah, I just buy a lot of these so I can sell them on eBay.
What was he buying? The X-Men Gold?
Yeah, the X-Men Gold, the cover that I had. He goes, I sell them at $20 a pop. And I'm like, are you kidding me? He's like, and they're literally $3.99. He goes, yeah. Because that's why I'm buying them. Not to read them. Not to actually, because I love X-Men. 19 books.
Who the hell was buying that? Who the hell was buying that at $20 a pop?
But here's the thing. I tried out his theory. I bought 2 books, put one on the market for $20. Sold in 5 minutes.
Wow.
It's our faults for buying them at these prices. Yeah. And that's where I kind of stand, where that's why when you ask me, oh, did you end up buying Beyond the White Knight from Best? And I was like, no, I didn't. Not for that price. Because all that says is, yes, I'm willing to pay whatever you put it on for. And that's trouble, because then we have the situation with Batman Damned. Remember? Honestly, it's crazy. That book is still up there in price. And forget about
What?
CG Seed. Batman Damned.
The Damned?
Yeah, man. It's high in price.
What's it going for now these days?
I think it's still at the 300 mark.
Really? Nah, I don't.
I could tell you right now. I'm gonna double check it. But as I'm checking it, like it just, I'm here looking at different books. Issue 1, the variant cover for Berserker with Keanu Reeves, $150.
Berserker?
Yep.
I don't understand. I mean, are you still reading Berserker?
I'm not, even though I really liked it. There's too many books to read sometimes.
Yeah, I kind of read like the second issue, and then after that, I just dropped it. I was like, it wasn't exciting enough for me to keep reading it.
Mm-hmm. I liked it. I can't say I didn't like it, but I feel like that's a book I want to just read on trade, because it's interesting, but I hate waiting for that kind of story where it's literally like you need the next issue to really continue what's going on. It's not even a cliffhanger. It's just like the continuation of the story. But anyways, what's the grade of your Batman Damned book that you have?
It's a 9.8.
It's a 9.8. Okay, I'm looking at a CG Seed copy, your cover, a 9.9 for $400.
That's crazy. Think about it as, I mean, is it sold for that price or?
I could tell you. Let me see what the sold price is. You know, that's not a bad idea, because I can look up sold prices. Sold items. Okay. For a raw book, that cover that you have, $65.
That's not bad for a raw copy.
CGC 9.8. CGC 9.8. Your cover. $165.
That's not too bad.
One person got it for $200. Okay, so it went down. Ooh, excuse me.
Oh
But
man,
the Odin sleep, it's killing me. But it didn't. Oh, this one's a signed copy. Wow, this guy made out like a fucking bandit.
well, he sold a copy.
Someone had a signed copy of Batman Damned #1, signed by Brian Azzarello and Alex Sinclair, because he did the inks for the cover. Guess how much this guy got it for? A 9.8. $160.
Also, that's a steal.
That's a real steal. Holy shit. Good for that guy.
Yeah, he probably just wanted to dump it. Maybe at most he's probably making $20 on it.
Yeah, probably. This I'm looking at a signed copy. Okay, this is the most expensive I've found so far. A signed copy, signed by Azzarello, Lee Bermejo, who also did a sketch on the cover. So he did a sketch cover, a remark. 9.8. $600. That's rough.
He can keep it.
I mean, but like, ladies,
He can keep it.
He can keep it, but I ain't gonna lie to you when I say I wish I had it. Especially when you see it. Look, hold on, I'm gonna share the screen so you guys can see
I don't know about $600 for a Battlewang.
I'll pay $600 for a Battlewing. Look,
honestly, that sketch is nice.
See, I'm telling you. So it was signed. Yeah, it was signed by. Well, it says here, sketch by Azzarello and Bermejo. Well, it's probably Bermejo, because that's.
Oh, it's a sold copy. It's sold.
Yeah, it's sold for $600. That's amazing. And he paid $25 for shipping. God bless him. He made out like a fucking bandit.
I mean, those remarks are usually $100. Those remarks are usually $100.
Yeah, and he wrote "Joker's Dead" on it as well. That's awesome.
That's cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're coming down to a close of this, but it just goes down for one thing to say. If you're a comic book collector, don't be a sap and buy the secondary market prices. you're gonna hate yourself.
Absolutely. I don't do secondary prices. Fuck it.
Yeah, you're gonna
Even
hate
if the book's
yourself.
even if the book's hot, don't beat yourself over it.
God, it drives me crazy. Wait for it. You never know. It will go down in price eventually.
Yeah. Yeah,
Maybe.
if you wait patiently for the series to just die out, you'll
Mhm.
definitely pick it up at at least at a decent price.
Yeah, absolutely. And hopefully you'll, I don't know, maybe you'll actually like the book better that way because you won't feel like you were cheated out of X amount of dollars for doing your favorite thing. In that case, um, Batman for this one.
Oh yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this was a quick episode of Geek Archive. Tune in next week. I was gonna say tune in next week where Frijoles doesn't look like he's about to knock out on camera.
Listen, I mean, I would love to just sit here and talk shit all night, but it's kind of like, bro, like
It's
it was
been a
probably
rough
one of
week.
the roughest weeks I've had in months. Months.
Yeah, and I think next week is gonna be more chill for you because everyone's back in school. Nothing to worry about. We'll see.
I didn't even
But you,
post my listen. I between last week and this week because of the holiday, I didn't even
yeah,
post the
your poll.
I didn't post any of the comics I picked up.
Actually, you didn't really post this week in general. You've been
Listen,
pretty busy. You've been silent.
I went to work today, and it
Yeah.
was just straight beast. Like I got into the shop, and I looked at my phone. And it was like 5:30 when I looked at my phone.
Jeez.
I just didn't look at my phone at all. I just couldn't. It was just one thing after the next. Even to get a cup of coffee was crazy. Like, yo, give me a second. I'm gonna use the bathroom and take a leak. Can I?
No. No, you
Yeah,
cannot.
yeah. Let me tell you something. People look at you like you got four heads. I'll be like, I'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna take a leak.
But
But
why?
but
But
why?
why? But why?
Like, are you serious?
He's like,
Are
aren't
you
you wearing a
serious?
diaper?
Yo, like, how am I supposed to perform if I gotta go to the bathroom? Get out of here, man. You want me to Zeke you, cut you? Come on, man.
Next time you should be like, if you want me to do this, you should buy me a pair of Depends, man. Oh God.
Yo, from time to time, I think about those adult diapers and how handy they might come in one day.
Hey, who knows? The only problem would be like, you want me to give you a cut? All right, don't say nothing if you start to smell something.
Oh yeah, look at this. Oh man,
We
it's
caught
happening.
him. We
It's
caught him.
happening, man. It's happening. Yo,
All right.
let me tell you something. I have not read any of my titles this week either.
Mhm.
I've looked at them, I've
Mhm.
skimmed through them.
Mm-hmm.
Nada. Like I honestly picked up a couple of books today,
Mm-hmm.
and I skimmed through them, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna read this. But instead, I decided to just chill because it's easier to sit down and chill and watch something on TV, and to sit down and read something and fall asleep on it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh boy, that's the problem. Because sometimes you'll sit with the book in your hand and you just be like,
And then screw up the book. I mean,
oh yeah.
what was I watching? Yesterday I came from work and I didn't want to do nothing. Like wifey was like, did you guys wifey wasn't home yesterday, but when she got back today, she's like,
Mhm.
you're gonna record tonight? And I'm like, sure. We didn't do it yesterday. And she's like, why not? You were home alone just chilling. I was like, you know what? I sat down and I binged 4 episodes of We Crashed.
Oh yes, that's right. You said.
It's an excellent show on Apple. It's an excellent show. I came home today and I said, I'm gonna binge 2 more episodes, and that's what I did. I binged that. So I got 2 more and I'll be done with it.
So, are you starting to like Leto again or no?
I don't like Leto. Listen, I think that show could have been anybody else. Honestly, the real reason why I decided to watch it was because of Anne Hathaway.
I know you too well, man.
Fuck yeah, man. Anne Hathaway. Listen, Jared, whatever.
Jared Leto. You're so tired. You can't even say his name.
Bro,
Larry Jetto.
I don't know why, but his character seemed like some pale like zombie dude, man. He just, I don't know. I think he really needs to just stop acting, in my opinion.
Go back to music.
I think he's overrated, and I don't know. I don't think he's done anything in my eyes. He hasn't done anything in the Colonel's eyes. Let's put it that way.
What, the Eye of Frijoles?
Yeah. The eye of frijoles does not spot this motherfucker. I go like this, and I'm like, the eye does not see anything on this fool. And I don't think Zack Snyder could have done him any justice. I think the little bit that he got as credit towards the end was probably enough.
I think.
Was he in anything else?
Yeah, he's been acting since the 90s, and then he's had a band, which I like his band a lot. 30 Seconds to Mars.
Is that his band?
Yeah, 30 Seconds to Mars is his band.
I had no clue that was his band.
He's the lead singer of that band, man.
Are you serious? So you know what? I don't even know if maybe I'm gonna have to look him up and see what he sings. Yeah, but you know what?
He has some great songs. I'll send you some of his music.
He might as well go back to singing if that's what he was good at, because his acting is not, to me it could have been just anybody, any Joe Schmo could do what he's doing.
You know, he's the Academy Award winning Jared Leto.
For what? What movie?
For Dallas Buyers Club. That's the movie where Matthew McConaughey it has got AIDS and he lost a bunch of weight.
Really?
You never seen that movie? Yeah, he plays a transsexual.
He does?
Yeah, Jared Leto. Well, he's like a cross-dresser, but still. And he has AIDS. He deserved I have to say, he deserved the Academy Award. He deserved it.
Okay, all right.
And honestly, when they announced him originally as the Joker, I was very excited because I was like, oh, that's pretty good. That's not bad. And then we saw him, and then we were like, fuck. But honestly, he was redeemed in my eyes thanks to Zack Snyder. He gave him a better look. He gave him better dialogue. And he allowed him to actually sit there and act. And if that was supposed to be Ben Affleck's Joker, I could see them working very well.
All right.
And that's just a hope that we'll probably never see. But then again, we thought we would never see Zack Snyder's Justice League, so who knows?
Who knows, right?
Who knows, honestly. Oh boy. I'll tell you one thing. I am not excited for the future of Marvel. I'll tell you that. That Thor trailer, man. That Thor trailer bothered the shit out of me.
I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna wait until like it comes out in theaters and people are just talking about it. If people tell me good things about it, then maybe. But I think to me that's maybe like a Disney Plus stream.
Hell yeah.
I'll catch there. I don't see myself running to the theater not for no Love and Thunder.
Fuck that. That's. I have to be honest. Like, you saw the design for Gore the God Killer. Did you see the design for him? The toy?
It's disgusting.
It's terrible.
The Colonel does not approve. Hey,
Christian Bale should be embarrassed.
Wait a minute. Is that Christian Bale in the Gore?
Yeah, Christian Bale's Gore, bro.
You know what? Two thumbs down. Yeah, I didn't even know that was Christian Bale because I didn't look it up.
And I'm going to end it on this. In my opinion, he's not a good Batman.